Hi, and welcome to our Q&A session of the future projects of NAGA. Switex. So my name is André Rupp. I'm Director of Business Development of Switex and one of the co-initiators of Switex. And today is a really nice day, and I want to, before we start with the Q&A, and Dario will send me your questions directly from Telegram, from YouTube chat, I want to say some words about what happened today. Well, we sent out emails to you guys, to everyone who participated in the NAGA ICO, and so you can test directly our current alpha version of Switex, which is really exciting for us, and we were working really hard for it. And we hope that you can test it, and that you can send us the feedback. What do you think about the platform? About how does it feel, about everything, anything. You just send it to us. We're very exciting right now. Our servers are under load, but all good so far. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. I would say we start directly with our Q&A session. Dario, please.
Perfect, yes.
First question.
Thank you very much. So we just started the session here, and we just got our first question from Crypto Angel, and he's asking, will Switex mostly focus on mobile games, and if there will be any integration to bigger companies like, for example, Blizzard or Steam?
So that's a very good question. Switex is planned as a multi-platform market and marketplace for all kinds of games from all kinds of platforms. And by that, I mean, for example, games on PC, games on mobile, games on consoles. So we have a really, really open API. And we're building it really strong API, which can handle basically every request from every possible platform. So this is the goal, and this is the vision here. And for that, we also plan, of course, to onboard bigger publishers. But I think, and I hope everyone agrees that, for example, as Azubimu, this is our first official publisher, which we will support on Switex. More will follow. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you more, but guys, there are a couple of exciting news which we will announce soon, and big publishers are also in the queue, let's say so. So in total, to answer this question, we will support every possible platform so far. And because we are a website, and basically you can open up the website on the console, on the PC, on mobile. And please test also, by the way, if you're testing our alpha, it's mobile responsiveness, because you can test it on tablet, on mobile, on PC. Feel free.
Perfect. Yes, thank you. So talking about the alpha, which has just gone online today, right?
Yes.
So for how long will this stay online?
So it's, well, depending on you guys. You're testing it, depending on the load and depending on the feedback. We want to improve the platform according to your needs, according to your feedback. And of course, we want to be Switex as successful as NAGA. And of course, we want to implement everything what you're saying, let's say so, because in the end, you're the one who is using it. And for that, we plan at least to have this alpha open for 1 week. If there is a strong need for this, or let's say the community wants the extension, we can do it also for 2 weeks. Then we close it, just from the procedure perspective, we close it, go through everything, what has been reported, implement everything, and then look forward for the actual going live soon in the end of Q1. So.
Nice, perfect, thanks. So just after the term, time is king, right? So
yeah.
We just got the next question from Genesis, who was also very active in other Q&A sessions, and he's asking what the competition is about and how Switex will compete against other virtual goods markets.
So the very unique point of Switex is that we are really building everything from scratch. By that, I mean, we do not rely on any third-party services. For example, there are a couple of other competitors, for example, like OP Skins or other services, which rely heavily on Steam's third-party API or Steam's settlement and clearance procedures. So we completely, let's say here, built the entire platform from the scratch and really took the things from a different perspective and built the entire thing really without any reliance on any third party. So here we are completely independent. And for that, also very important from the legal perspective, by the way, if you rely on such third parties, it's not now legally 100% defined everything. So what we are trying also not only to build a marketplace, which works perfectly and which has the newest technology in it, but also from legal perspective to solve all the issues which are currently, let's say, open or not even answered.
Okay, I see. Thank you. So just talking about legal questions, which are not entirely answered, just as you said it, there's a question from Crypto Angel, and he is asking if we can see that the government might step in and try to stop gamers to use the platform since all gamers are under the age of 18.
So that's a very good question. Regarding this, we rely on the legal situations depending on the country. Of course, we have to respect them. And yeah, so if the country's law or everything, all the rules allow this to trade for to let teenagers trade, for example, items, then it's okay from our side. So we are always with the law, and we will not cross, let's say, this line.
Yeah, I think that's something which is very important, most definitely. And cool. So let's get into the next question, which we just got on the YouTube channel. And we're being asked which currencies will be accepted in order to use Switex.
So currencies, actually all the fiat currencies, and we plan also, of course, we plan to accept and support cryptocurrencies, and more importantly, the NAGA coin, which is, let's say, in the roadmap, and it will be supported. So you guys with your accounts can come to Switex when it's implemented and just use your NAGA coins, and just like that, buy some items, exchange them, sell them. Feel free.
Perfect, good. So yeah, I think the NAGA coin should be known by now. And as you just said, it will be a currency for Switex as well. So what would be a possible benefit for using NGC in Switex?
So one of the benefits, for example, is that we will reduce the fees. By the way, the fees on our current alpha website are not final, so they may change. So don't take them as final. For the NGC holders, we will reduce the fees on the market, and also the NGC holders will have a better exchange rate to the Switex coin, and also when they use it as base currency, then the prices will automatically adjust. So these two things.
Perfect, cool. So then we got one more general question, I would say. We're being asked, where is Switex located?
So right now we are in Hamburg, but our technology center is in Sarajevo, and these guys, I mean, the team is really strong and crazy when it comes to the new technology. So believe me, we're using for Switex really the newest of the newest stuff. I mean, one of the technologies we were using was a couple of months ago still in the beta phase. So, and we are still using it to have this kind of very unique look of our current Switex website, where everything is kind of floating and very clean and very defined, and the responsiveness is on point. So these things are not that usual, let's say. So we still, because we have still the old designs from other websites, but we are focusing completely in the future, new technologies, and to make a really performant, open and legal platform for gamers and for every virtual good in the end.
Nice, yeah, perfect. I think the team sounds pretty interesting as well. So maybe we can get into the team a bit. So, for example, how many developers are working with Switex? So you can tell us something about that.
So we have a small team, yeah. We have a small team of about 8 developers. Let's say 8 people, 8 developers who are working for Switex. They're very, very capable, by the way. We have, let's say, only the best of the best, believe me, for Switex. And I mean, you can see, I hope you can see it also through our Alpha webpage and Alpha platform that you can test. And yeah, we have an amazing team, all that I can say. That's very easy to say, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. Sounds great. Okay, nice. So we got another question from the Sid. He is asking if you could tell us anything about the specific plans for the next 3 to 6 months.
Okay, so this is a very good question. Good. So the big milestones are that we go live, of course, in the end of Q1. So this is a very, very big and important milestone for Switex, and I think also, of course, for NAGA and also all the NAGA NGC holders. So this is a big milestone. Then, of course, to create an API or SDK, however you call it, that is kind of really open, and all the publisher, I mean, in the end, the vision is that all the publishers, big ones, small ones, medium sized, doesn't matter, just get this, let's say, this snippet of code or get directly in touch with us. We give them the special services, for example, for Unreal Engine or whatever engine they're using, and they just can just like that implement us and use Switex directly. So we just pull the items from the game, and everything is usable and sellable on Switex. So this is also a big milestone. The big milestone is, of course, also implementing the NAGA coin and let's say the cryptocurrencies and these kind of things, which is very, very important. As I said, on Switex, NAGA coin will have immense role because it will be a base currency, also one of the base currencies of Switex. And of course, to get publishers. This is a milestone I think we're starting to think of, let's say right now. Of course, we have a couple of publishers in queue, to be honest. I cannot announce anything right now, but also in Q2, more publishers, we expect that more publishers will join and will come to Switex.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that sounds very good. It's a very interesting roadmap we got here. And maybe another very important question, since this is all about the games. What kind of games are we planning to integrate here, or are there any games which should definitely be not integrated in some sort of?
Well, this is a very good question. It depends. We give this away to our publishers or to the publisher who wants to join us. We from our side, we don't want to harm any player, by the way, or any gamer. So, for example, if it comes to the topic of buy to win and these kind of things, we are aware of this, and we do not want to actively support it. However, if this is the publisher's, let's say, strategy or whatever, then I mean, we still are in talk with him but I'm just saying if. From our side, we just want to build a market which is really free for the community without many interventions. Of course, there will be rules, there will be a supervision and everything else, so everything goes smoothly. But we want to really build and create the first free market for virtual goods, and period. That's a big vision for it. On the other side, we are capable to pool basically every kind of item, from mobile games, from MMOs on PC, from MMOs on mobile, MMOs on tablet, whatever. It doesn't mean for us. It's just a virtual good, and we can handle it. So therefore, we even build a really smart service or a really smart kind of technology which can handle basically every kind of item. And even when the publisher does not support this, we can give him the blueprints for it, or let's say the source code or whatever, and they will adjust to it, or we can adjust to them. So this is a possibility we have, let's say, all the time, or we currently have. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So that means that people can sort of like register for free and then use Switex as they want to, and this will bring us to the next question from Live as a Sketch. He's asking, therefore, people could earn money with playing games, right?
I mean, in the end, it's your passion, right? You're investing your time into it. You're investing not only your time, but also thinking, planning. I mean, when I think back, to be honest, when I played World of Warcraft 2004, 2005, and we had raids with 40 people, and to organize this stuff and to really beat the dungeon, to go through it, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of a lot of thinking into it, strategically thinking, especially. And I mean, well, why not? In the end, you put your valuable time into it, so you can in the end make money out of it. Like on Twitch, like I think the trend goes there. So we are on it, and I'm very convinced of it.
Yeah, nice, very cool. So then let's get into the next one again from Genesis, which we have heard as well today. And he is asking, if he would sell an X on Switex, which currency would he be receiving as a default currency in return?
So for right now, the currency will be Switex coin. But as I said, we plan to replace it also, or to offer another option for it, to have a base currency NAGA coin. And even so far that we plan also to have, let's say, a real currency for it. But obviously, because of legal requirements, we need time for it and everything else. But so far we have Switex coins. So, but there will be soon only, let's say, an option or optional NAGA coins, and everyone who wants to have the NAGA coin as base currency can pick it or select it. Yeah.
Good, perfect. So basically the free choose for everyone here.
Yeah, it's optional. I mean, yeah.
Nice.
And if you're an NAGA coin holder, then you can of course register with your NAGA coin account, which will be possible later. Not right now, I'm sorry. And then of course we recognize all the benefits and will directly give you them.
Nice, cool. So then we got another question from one of our YouTube viewers, and he's asking if it will be possible to gamble with virtual items on Switex.
So gambling is, I mean, it's a hot topic, right? And there was a big, let's say, last year I can remember there were a couple of problems on Steam and all the gambling websites. So for right now, we're not into gambling at all.
Good, perfect. So that one sounds good. Just give me 1 second. Checking for the next question. Maybe just in the meantime to answer Philippe's question from my side. He's saying that he can't open the Switex website, and I would recommend just to clear your cache here for a second.
Yes, please.
So
because we have also today a couple of deployments all the time running. We receive a lot of feedback. Thank you for that, by the way. A big thank you to the community, the NAGA community, which is giving us a lot of good feedback. We have changed a lot of things on the fly, starting from today, 10 a.m. CET. So if things are not working, please try to delete your cookies, to start in incognito mode and try it again. If not, just write to our support. Even I or our guys will answer you directly. So we are very, we thank you for that if you do it.
Nice. So then we got another question, which actually I was asking myself as well. Will there be any mobile app at some point?
I mean, that's a good question again. I cannot exclude these things or say we won't do it, but for now we focus on the website. Maybe in the future, but for right now we are focusing on the website. And by the way, it is possible for the publisher, just so you know, to integrate Switex directly into their game. So just so you know, you're in the game, for example, an MMO, you're walking around with a character, you go to a shop, which can be also a Switex shop in the game. So we also think of this. If the publisher wishes, he can implement us directly into the game, and we can be accessed via the game.
I see.
Even this far, yeah.
Things definitely way easier for everyone.
Yeah,
most definitely. Nice. So another question which we received is if there will be any sort of referral program for Switex users.
Referral program. when we grow, we'll definitely have a bigger community, right? And with a bigger community, we will have rankings and everything is planned. Of course, we can think of a referral program for those who are interested in it. I mean, sure. Why not?
Yeah, nice.
It depends on you guys. Just join Switex, just create our community, strong community, and then we will have all the cool things.
Yeah, so I guess there will be a lot of updates, right?
Yes, definitely. Like every day.
Well, nice. So then, another question which we got is, in which countries will Switex be launched, and if there are any countries which are sort of blacklisted?
So for right now, Switex will definitely launch in Japan, but we want to be accessible from the from all countries. So there is right now no countries blacklisted. There is no such thing, and because there are there are not many legal, let's say, decisions regarding virtual goods trading. Yeah. So as of right now, we're starting in Japan, obviously, because also of the first publisher, Azobimo, and others who will join, hopefully. And but we expand as soon as possible. I can tell you and assure this to all countries. So Switex will be accessible from all countries.
Good, perfect. So just to repeat this again, since a few new people have joined the live session, and there are questions coming up, which is if Switex can already be used right now.
I mean, yeah, sure. You should go to our alpha, which is which you can find or you received an email, I hope, or just type in alpha minus. No, wait a second. Alpha minus EN. No. I'm sorry. FFA, yes, alpha minus FFA.switex.io. Sorry. So this is our current alpha web page, and please test it there. You can use it, and as I said before, we will use it for 1 week, but it depends on your community how long do you want to use it, or if we see there is a bigger need for it, then we expand to 2 weeks testing period. Afterwards, we close it, as I said before. And we learn from basically from your feedback. And of course, we have also data on our side. We see the loads and we see the issues, and we see everything what we can improve, and obviously we will improve. So this is only a starting point.
Nice, yeah. So as this is the marketplace for gamers, obviously the community is very important, right?
Yes, definitely.
Good. So we have another question, which is about the fees on Switex, and if they are fixed yet, or if they will be changed at some point.
Again, this question, I mean, as I said before, the fees are not yet final, but I think to be fair here, we're still below the average or below every other competitor. So by the way, on Steam, you have up to 25% on fees on the market. And here we are very fair. On the market, there is very explicit rule, let's say so, where we share even our fees with the publishers. So every item which belongs to one publisher and is sold on the market, we share the fee 50-50. But as I said, the 10% on the market are not fixed right now, or at least it's a starting point. Maybe we'll start with this first, maybe we go down, but I think it's a good starting point as we are still below the average and below our competitors.
Yeah, sounds good. Good. So we got another question about Azobimo. And someone is asking if you could provide some more information about Azobimo and about the partnership which is going on here.
So we published, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, we published through our company news page news regarding Azobimo, and where we basically say, okay, this is the first publisher with whom we start the partnership in Japan, and who will join definitely. Yeah, I mean, what kind of other information do you need? They're pretty big, in my opinion. They have over 10 titles. Some of them are AAA, in my opinion, over 10 million, tens of millions users. And there's a big potential there. And honestly, we received from Asia and Asian region, let's say so, a big interest in Switex.
Nice. Okay. So then we got another question, which is going a bit into the business itself, and it's about the marketing of Switex, and if there are already any plans on what point the marketing will start.
So regarding marketing, we started with social media channels also a couple of weeks ago only. We are growing. Obviously, we have a YouTube channel, we have a Facebook channel, we have also a Twitter account, so you can follow us. But we obviously will expand, and obviously we'll put more efforts into it, because right now it's more of kind of update type of messages on our channels. But we will soon start with the marketing as soon as we also go live with the platform, and even before, of course. So definitely 1.5 months, maybe 2 months max, I would say, even before.
Nice, yeah, that sounds good. Cool. And we got another question, which is a bit more specific, I would say. Thomas is asking if there are any companies that have shown the interest in Switex, and if you even can tell about this. It's kind of like.
So I know, guys, there are a lot of questions regarding who will join next. I can tell you there are pretty big ones in the queue who are kind of waiting, or let's say there are first discussions, but we cannot tell you right now, obviously. Yeah, so I cannot give you more information regarding this, except that there are a couple of them in the queue, and they will they will eventually join. But even in spite of this, we are always looking for new one and for new publishers to join. So don't worry.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it sounds like the update which is coming then.
Yes.
And people just have to stay keen here.
Yes, please.
And yeah, we got another question which is going into the direction of Switex and the blockchain. So can Switex use the blockchain technology to benefit the applications use?
Yes. So Switex can use the benefit of the blockchain technology. I just want to point out, we had an incident, or let's say the Ethereum network. And there was, on the Ethereum network, there was an incident caused by CryptoKitties. So what happened then, CryptoKitties selling and buying of these kind of first virtual goods on the blockchain caused a big delay within the whole system, within the whole network. So there is also, let's say, from performance perspective, there is also a disadvantage of using blockchain technology. Nonetheless, we are using blockchain, and we will be capable of handling transaction within blockchain technology, let's say so.
Nice, yeah, sounds good. And now we got something which is going a bit in the direction of a recommendation here, and a question as well. So we are being asked, what if you add an option to tip items to streamers who are on Switex? So this would be something unique. And what do you think about this?
As I said before, Twitch and esports are growing crazy. And I mean, if you take a look on the market and in the market size where we are currently, like billions of dollars. And I think there is a lot more of potential there. So definitely esports will be a topic, and is also a topic of Switex. It's a very good idea, by the way. And I know that there are like these donation functions within Twitch. Maybe we can think of this also in Switex, of course. That's a very good idea, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Sounds pretty interesting. And then we got another question from Crypto Angel from YouTube. And he is asking about the currencies itself. So if Switex will use their own Switex coin on the platform, if that would kind of undermine the NGC as the currency.
So the difference, by the way, big difference between the current Switex coin and NGC is that Switex coin is very artificial. It's not based on any blockchain technology. It is also not It has no standard. I mean, it's just a pure utility currency. That's it. So it's not like an AGC, which is based on ETH20 standard, ADC20 standard, and is handled in the Ethereum network. So don't worry, it will not undermine the NAGA coin. Actually, quite the opposite. I think a lot of people will soon only use a NAGA coin. So because this is also a base currency, we give just the option to someone who is not or who is joining Switex for the first time to use Switex coin. Maybe it's easier for them. We don't know now. When we receive the feedback from the people, when they only want one option or one base currency, no problem for us. We can have it.
Perfect. Yeah. So people in any case will have their own choice here.
Yes, we give a lot of choices and freedom to the people.
Perfect. Nice. I think that's something which is very important.
Yes, I think so too.
Cool. Yeah, I think we got most of the questions, actually all the questions answered here.
Pretty good ones.
Yeah.
Too.
So, anything else you want to add? Maybe next coming update, something important here.
So, thanks by the way, Dario, for telling me the questions and spotting the questions within the community.
Sure.
I want to thank again to the whole NAGA community and everyone who is joining now on the video. Please watch it again and please like and subscribe. So Switex again is a very important project of NAGA, and I think it has a big potential, but only with you guys and only with your feedback, we together can build it. And thanks again for joining us, for joining now, and please go to alpha-ffa.switex.io. Check this website out. This is an alpha version, so please forgive us any bugs and of course report them, and we will immediately fix them. And yeah, we are very excited right now, and obviously I'm a bit nervous and very happy right now because of this whole situation. So thank you again, and yeah, tune in next time. Regarding updates, there will be soon new updates. I can tell you for sure. We try to do updates in the next 1 to 2 weeks. That's for sure. Thanks you.
Perfect. Thank you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.